Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Cody Lee, and I'm here with a powered cube draft. I don't see any power in this pack. We're gonna be doing real quick. Comet, roll a six-sided die. They gain haste, 3, neg 1, then return a creature card. Does a bunch of stuff. Croxa enters or attacks. Opponent discards. Exile 5 cards for a 6. I want to play Primetime. Primetime's sick. Grim Monolith might be the best card in the pack. I do see an Underground Sea. That's probably the second best. There is a Talisman, which has me interested. But I've not played the Power Cube. But hey, if you're new here, my name is Cody Lee. I upload a brand new draft video every single day. I'm pretty good at it, I like to think. I'm not the best, but I'm all right. And I like to think that I can show off some good things. I am kind of like letting packs come up here. I think I'm going to take the Grim Monolith. Primeval Titan is interesting. Grim Monolith is just highest on power level, so let's take that. Follow up Grim Monolith with a library. Prof's Eidetic Memory. Draw a card. You have no maximum hand size at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you've drawn more than one card, put X1 on counters. That looks really good. We're Grim Monolithing Glimmer Lens for Mirrodin. Enters, create a 2/2 rebel, draw a card, smugglers, Scythe Cat has landfall and trample, it's a big old thing, intrepid adversary. So the first thing, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to be learning these cards a lot as we first get into this. Underworld Breach, each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Interesting. So I'm going to Library of Alexandria, Overlord Boiler Bridge. Deals 4 damage to any target. Would be interesting. Library is the strongest card. Hallowed Fountain might be interesting, but we're going to take a library. Land. Time Warp, Karn, Swords. Honestly, Swords is probably the best card here. Lightning Bolt is also very interesting. This is a sick. I do think we're going to take Karn. Reveal the top 2 cards of your library. An opponent chooses one of them, put that card in your hand. Exile the other with a silver. Put a card you own with a silver counter on it from exile in hand, and then neg 2, create a 0/0 artifact with +1 for every artifact you control. Hopefully we're going to have a bunch of those. Sacrifice, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Reclamation Stain, Mother of Runes, Pyrogoyf, Takuma Abandoned Mire. Discard this card, mill 3 cards, then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game. Target player mills 2 cards, draw a card. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to take Karn. I'm just sticking on the colorless cards train, because why not? Burst Lightning, Thundering Falls, I think is probably going to be... Shelldock is interesting. Hideaway 4. When it enters, look at the top 4, exile 1 face down, and then you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost if your library has 20 or fewer cards. So if you're getting through your full library, you can do a bunch of stuff. Leyline Binding is interesting. Sylvan Safekeeper lets you save things. This is a tri-land. Not the one we want, though. Thirst for Discovery, draw 3 cards, then discard 2, unless you discard a basic land, which is interesting. I do think sacrifices an artifact, sacrifices an enchantment, a creature with flying. Yeah, I think we're going to take Thundering Falls. Usually blue-red is the right color for artifacts. So let's do it. Cryptic Command, Spell Pierce, Retrofitter's Foundry. 1 mana, 2 to tap, create a 1/1 artifact. Sacrifice, interesting. Teferi Time Traveler. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. Extremely powerful effect. Until next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Meh. Return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Very strong. Agatha's Soul Cauldron is like... When a creature card is exiled this way, put a 1/1 counter. So, like, removal is pretty good. Flash, a demi gains flying. Oh, this is Spider-Man. Not something we're interested in. I think we're going to take the Teferi. Actually, let's take the Flame Slash. Flame Slash is just a solid removal spell. Oh, we're going to follow that up with Mystic Confluence, probably. Honestly, Lay of Old is interesting. Screaming Nemesis is also interesting. Haste for a 3 mana, or 3 for mana for a 3/3 haste. Whenever this creature is dealt combat damage, it deals that much damage to any target, and then if a player is dealt damage, they cannot gain life for the rest of the game. But Mystic Confluence is just extremely strong. When it's coming this late, definitely want to pick it up. Abhorrent, Oculus, Murderous Cut, No More Lies, Fire Covenant. So just cost cast the spell, pay X life, deals X damage divided. Oh, interesting. Lightning Greaves. There's an Animate Dead that's coming super late. Abhorrent, as an additional cost, exile 6. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, manifest Dread. Like, that looks really good. 3 steps ahead is a nice counter spell, though. The fact that Animate Dead is coming this late, I think I'm going to take it. Loot Tree the Spellchaser. Each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. Flash. When it enters, if you cast it, copy a target instant or sorcery spell you control. Choose up to 1. Counter target spell, destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. Deals 2 damage to any target, sacrifice another artifact. Stoneforge Mystic. 1 mana. Yeah, so I think we're looking at like Loot Tree, Spellchaser. If you cast it. Let's take the Legion Extruder because it's interesting. Black-red. Let's look at being black-red. There's a Mer Battlesphere for an Animate Dead in here, which is somewhat interesting. But there is also just this Crocs at Titan of Death's Hunger, which is interesting to me. But I think the Mer Battlesphere is just a little bit better, and probably a little bit more what we want to be doing. Big ol' card. Big ol' artifact. Proph's Eidetic Memory. It's just a 2 mana draw card. Beginning of combat. Inspiring Vantage. Glimmer Lens. Let's take the Inspiring Vantage. Channel, discard this card, mill 3 cards, then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Interesting. Flood Farm Visage. Maybe we just have really good, like, American mana, and we'll see what happens. Summon Safekeeper Monastery. There's a Pyrite Spellbomb. We'll take it. Spiras. We'll sideboard. Lands are going way too late. We'll leave that in here just to have the Animate Dead. None of these are, like, great lands. Thundering Falls is a good one. Yeah, for Powered Cube, I don't know if what we're looking at is good. I like kind of what we're looking at here. Legion Extruder. Lightning Greaves are interesting. Black Lotus. That'll help. Jace, Ragavan, Atali, Nettlecyst. Pillage of the Bog. Look at the top X cards of your library. X is twice the number of lands you control. Put one of them under your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. Interesting. Yeah, so we're just going to take Black Lotus. It's pretty easy. Persist. Return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Honestly, seems pretty good. When this creature enters, create a 0/1 white goat creature token, sacrifice another creature, scry 1, escape 5. Weird. Dress down, draw card. Creatures lose all abilities at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice. Whenever you discard a card, put a 1/1 counter. I think we're going to take Persist. Generous Pomander is all right. Yeah, I think we're going to take Persist. Yawgmoth, Thran Physician, Protection. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, put a discard a card, proliferate. Badlands here, though. There's also a Coalition Relic, which I think we're going to take the Coalition Relic. We're playing, like, solidly one color, which is black, and probably red. So Kolgon's Command is interesting. Badlands is interesting. Creature of the Schism, like, also interesting. But let's take the Coalition Relic. Grab our first 3-drop. I do think we probably need a little bit of blue draw. I don't really know. Ooh, damn. There is a Kappa Cannoneer. Improvise. Your artifacts can help you cast a spell whenever a permanent with whatever. Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, put a 1 counter on this creature. It can't be blocked this turn. Pretty dang good. There is a Candelabra and a Talisman of Creativity. I do think I want to take the Kappa Cannoneer. Unlicensed Hearse. Exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of... Ooh. Quasi-Revenant is interesting. But yeah, we're going to take the Kappa Cannoneer. This creature enters, discard your hand, then investigate 4 times, as long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. +2/+2 and minus. Interesting. Yeah, Talisman of Creativity. I'm kind of sad that I don't get it. Kappa Cannoneer is pretty dang good for us, though. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain, kind of exactly what we want. Mishra's Bauble, interesting. Sorin would be interesting. Loot the Pathfinder is an interesting card. Overlord of the Mistmoors is also cool. I would like the Dig Through Time. Thunder Trap Trainer is cool. But yeah, let's take Tezzeret. It's just an Artifact Matters card.
A new power rises in this system.
Just a very strong card. I'm like sitting there reading it. Wheel of Fortune's a good one for us. Unearth would be interesting, but Wheel of Fortune is what we're looking for. Right now, I don't think we're probably playing Legion Extruder. Harvester of Misery is interesting. Grave Titan is interesting. Phyrexian Metamorph is interesting, as is Memory Jar. Pentad Prism, Grave Titan. I mean, honestly, Grave Titan or Phyrexian Metamorph. I'm going to take the Phyrexian Metamorph for another artifact. Here, I'm going to take the Recurring Nightmare. Necromancy is interesting. We're only with 3 creatures, honestly. Okay, so Necromancy instead. You may cast it as a use spell. When it enters, if it's on the battlefield, it becomes an aura with an enchant creature put into the battlefield with Necromancy. Put target creature card from the graveyard on the battlefield under your control and attach this enchantment to it. When this enchantment leaves the battlefield, whatever. You basically get to bring something back. Which... Give me a Tali. We do need, like, discard effects. So I would like to see a couple more loots. Wheel of Fortune is a good one. Bayou. Let's take Duress. Ephemerate is interesting for me to be able to bounce a Tali or Myrrh or, you know. Generous Plunder is a little less interesting. I'm going to take Duress. Yawgmoth, Preacher of the Schism. Whenever this creature attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life, create a token. Whenever it attacks, while you have the most life or tied for the most life, draw a card. I think that's just strong. Corsi Revenant. Vindicate is just destroy target permanent. We'll take it. Who knows if we'll play it. Dig Through Time, we'll take. Enlightened Tutors going in the sideboard. And Pentad Prism will go in the deck. There's a Gobin. There's also a Valky. A Robber of the Rich. 2 mana, reach haste. When this defending player has more cards in hand, exile the top card. I do think I want the End Stone. Talisman of Progress, Scrubland. Yeah, I think I want the End Stone. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card at the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life rounded up. So it can just keep making you go to 10. They have to hit you for 10 all at once. Plus, it's a big ol' artifact. There's a Force of Will here. There's also a Steam Vents. There's also a Fear of Missing Out, which when this creature enters, discard a card, then draw a card. That can be very good. Backup 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1 counter on target creature. If it's another creature, it also gains the abilities printed below this one until the end of turn. Double Strike. Dash. Interesting. Nexus. At the beginning of commanding your turn, draw a card, then you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the exiled card. Interesting. There is just Cut Down. There is an Esper Sentinel. I do think I'm going to take this Steam Vents. Sleight of Hand is interesting. Force of Will is also interesting, but I'd rather get a little bit better mana. Misra's Workshop. How many artifacts am I sitting at? I'm sitting at 10 artifacts. It's a lot. Shadow Spear. Create a 2/2 red Goblin Shaman creature token with whenever this token attacks, create a treasure. You may discard up 2 cards if you do draw that many. Exile the Saga, then return it. Mind Twist. I do think we're going to take the Mind Twist because it's very broken. Bolus's Citadel. 6 mana. You may look at the top card. You may play lands and cast spells from the top. If you do, pay life equal to its mana. Sacrifice 10 land permanents. Interesting. Yeah, Mind Twist. Soul Guide Tavern is interesting. Witch Enchanter, Narset, Partner of Veils. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them, put it into your hand. Quarry Steelcutter. Whenever you cast your second spell, it does stuff. Hull Breacher. If your opponent would draw a card except for the first. Instead, you create a treasure token. I'm going to take that. Hull Breacher. Actually, I'm going to take Multiversal Passage. That gives me all of the land types. Sneak Attack is interesting. Surveil 1, then draw a card. Dark Depths is interesting. Echo of Aelons. Then draw 7 cards. Coveted Jewel. Draw 3 cards. Add 3 mana of any one color. In our block, that player draws 3 cards and gains control. Interesting. Unholy Heat. Create a blood token. Yeah, so I think I'm going... I only have 5 creatures. I think I'm going to take Consider. Burial Rites. The saga deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1. And then it transforms into haste. Corsair, Tireless, Thraben. There's a Creeping Tar Pit. I kind of want to do the Creeping Tar Pit. Bitter Triumph. Let's take the Creeping Tar Pit. There is an Expedition map. There's also a Mox Diamond. Carry Zev Skyship. Create a Ragavan. Go for the throat. There's also a Scalding Tarn. We're going to take the Scalding Tarn. Batterskull. There is a Monastery Mentor. There's also Rogran Triome. Phyrexian Revoker. There's a Batterskull, and I do just want to take a Batterskull. Batterskull is such a cool card. Red, black, white. There is a Tinker. I didn't see this Tinker first time around, and that's honestly really, really bad of me. Nexus of Becoming, Lava Spur, Ketria. Let's take the Cut Down. Destroy target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less. Bolus's Citadel. Unless you just combat damage to play, that player exiles the top 2 cards. Until end turn, you may play those cards without paying their mana costs. Oh. Talisman of Unity. Mind Collapse. If it's your turn, you may sacrifice a mountain. Dark Depths sideboard. Bitter Triumph sideboard. I almost want like half of these like removal spells to be in the deck. So, we have 17 lands. That counts. Let's remove one of the black sources. Here. Do we have a bunch of artifacts to sacrifice? No. So Legion Extruder is gone. Vindicate is unnecessary. Do we have any white if we cut out Vindicate? No. So get out of here. Similarly, get out of here. Get out of here. Now what are we sitting at for lands? Need to get 4 more lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've got 17 lands, and we're going to go ahead and cut probably one of the red sources. Yeah. Here, we don't have very much discard is the one thing. I wish we had a little bit more discard. As additional cost to cast this spell, discard. Boom. Let's drop Go for the Throat. We got some good ramp to get up to these big cards. Let's drop that. Phyrexian Metamorph is good. I'm going to cut Necromancy. We're at 16 lands. This is fine. Cut down or Flame Slash. Which one? Which one, folks? We have more red sources, so let's drop the Pyrite Spellbomb. No, let's cut down. Cut down. Done. Let's play it. We got a little bit of an Esper brew going on here. I'm here for that. We love our... Or not Esper. Wow. No one caught that. No one heard anything. Grixis. We'll keep. Don't make me discard. You choose an artifact or creature card from it, then choose an artifact or creature card from the graveyard. Exile those cards. I'm just going to get all this out because I'm going to be able to Wheel of Fortune next turn, and there's just no reason not to. Well, I'm going to be able to draw a card. And I'm going to animate dead on my graveyard. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We're Battlesphere. Gonna auto pick. When that enters, does a bunch. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna end turn. All you, friend. Next turn I can sign Barrowglyph. Death Touch Lifelink. Equal number of card types among graveyards. Next. And that's gonna die. Sad days. So I am going to play this, and then play this. And then I'm going to
I will defend my allies.
create a 0/0 artifact creature token.
Awaken.
Big one. So these are the things that we hope to do when you play Grixis artifacts, is random little broken things where all of a sudden we have a Karn coming out on turn 4 creating a 7/7 construct after we've Wheel of Fortuned and cast a mere Battle Sphere. We're talking powered cube here, folks. We don't play games. Games play us. I don't know what that means. Oh, we might be screwed.
There are greater battles to fight.
Ugh. Well, that's sad. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna attack for 7. I'm gonna play, and then I'm gonna play a Batter Skull. And now we're just playing like fair Magic, and I don't know if I want to play fair Magic. Like I'm playing 5 mana 4/4s with lifelink. And Vigilance, I guess. Duress, you get nothing. Unlucky. I'm gonna BM emoji. You may activate Comet's loyalty ability 2 more times this turn? Oh my goodness, 4. On him to target creature or player, then -2. He's at 6. Three. Pull less from your graveyard to your hand. Dang. Comet's pretty powerful when you can activate him 3 times in a row. Maybe I discounted him too much. Then return a card with mana value 2 or less. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. Then choose an artifact or creature card from your graveyard. They have so much, like, removal. One, two, three. I'm gonna do this. So is this one getting through? I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna pop this. Do 2 damage to that. Kill his board down to next to nothing. Play this. Surveil 1. Put it in the graveyard. End my turn. You gotta cast your discard to get my Atali out of hand, otherwise you're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 it next turn. I'm gonna be able to play a Batter Skull on one of these things. Get in with 2 5/5s. You're pretty low on life. You've got 4 total lands with 4 unknowns in hand. I was able to kill your Comet and your Emperor. Bitter Triumph is a very good card. What are we thinking here, folks? What are we thinking? I don't have very much like other enemy dead effects, I don't think. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two attackers. And turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7, 8 in hand, and in the graveyard I've got 9. So there are 7 more lands than the 18 cards. We do have more mana sources though. We should probably honestly go down 1 more land now that I'm thinking about Pentad Prism and Grim Monolith. I mean, but we do have a pretty high curve. We're playing Batter Skull out here. Library of Alexandria did draw us a card. Chrome Host Seed Shark. Boston Bronco is interesting, but it's drawing you cards. It's not really helpful right now. Ooh. It's not really helping us either. One, two, three. Might as well play it because we can return this to hand at instant speed. I always forget how just great a card Batter Skull is, honestly. You've got a lot going on in your head, Charm. I respect it. I do think I want to change out these sleeves. They're not my favorite. He's kind of dreamboaty in a sickly way. Harvester of Miseries. Resolves. Other creatures gain -2, -2 until end of turn. Okay. Oh, when it enters, surveil. Okay. The trades. And we've got a creeping tar pit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. I wish I could tap that to draw a card, enter. The creeping tar pit will allow us to get in there. They are still only at 5 lands. Yeah, good game. The thing is, we were sitting at 32, so like, we were in a good spot to bring it back. But hey, not a bad first game. Let's see if we can run it back. Jersh. I like the avatar. The insect guy. Now, ooh, see, this is a bunch of land. We're going to keep this, but this is risk. Very, very risky for us here. Talisman of Indulgence. Enters tapped. Drawing another land is not where we want to be. Ooh, they're at double. We're going to play this, and we're going to play a Preacher of the Schism. What you got for me here? You got a removal spell for the Preacher of the Schism? Because I might actually animate dead on Preacher. Nice. Counter it. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. Interesting. Enters tapped. There's this bauble. Look at a card at random in player's hand. They see my island. Uh-oh. I'm gonna play this. Next, end turn. I will Bitter Triumph his Creeping Tar Pit, probably. Okay. The animate dead is annoying. We want to play Tezzeret. Mana drain? Okay. Dang, we just got all this mana. Oh, a big old creature you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Abomination. When this target opponent exiles the top card, a card at random from their graveyard and a card at random from their hand, you may cast a spell from among them. Preacher of the Schism or Phyrexian. You're going to play Preacher. God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. That's annoying. While you have the most life, draw a card and lose a life. Give me the Mir Battle Sphere. Or Mir Battle Sphere. And Shieldred's Edict. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, what's that do? Each opponent sacrifice 3 creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. It's a Phyrexian. Dang, that's actually sick. Yeah, that's a pretty sick artifact. Beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard. Except it's a Phyrexian. Like, that's just a sick revive spell, basically. I'm here for it. Oh, it like froze on the defeat screen for a hot second. Just rub it in. Uh-oh. It's saying that we're still 1-0. We'll see what happens. We might have messed something up. Mousos. Let's run it. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. Being able to library and then draw on turn 1, so that we can discard Kappa Cannoneer and then be able to revive it on turn 2. Hello. Ooh, even better. So we're going to play this. I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to discard a Tali. And they're going to go, oh, shit. So when a Tali enters, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. So, deals 2 damage to each opponent, deals 1 damage to each creature. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. I'm going to cast the Endstone. Nice. I lose 10 life. That's too bad. It's a good thing that whenever I play a land or cast a spell, I draw a card. Oh, and also at the beginning of my end step, I always go back to 10, so I can always take 2. Or 3. I mean, I also do just have a Tali. I'm gonna attack for 6 and be like, what you gonna do? And then I'm gonna play this. Do I want a Tinker? Yeah, I'm gonna leave Tinker on top. Because that's actually pretty insane. And that just healed me life. Honestly, this is what we want to be doing. Outland Liberator. Uh-oh. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Get rid of my Atali. That's kind of sad. I'm going to sacrifice that. And then I'm gonna go get Mirror Battlesphere. And then next I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna discard. And we're in a good spot. I'll be real. Endstone is a pretty broken card. Oh, Time Walk. Technically, at the beginning of your end step. At your end step, yeah. A Mox Pearl. Carries out. Mox Jet. Oh, dang. They're over here playing multiple pieces of power. I love it. And when I say multiple pieces, I mean Time Walk, Wheel of Fortune, Raffalo. What are they doing with a Raphalos? Ooh, Label. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. So he has the ability to draw from this whenever I try to remove it. Minsk and Boo. Is it cleaning or PP me create? Put 3/1/1 counter, sacrifice creature.
Because it's too tiny. We will stomp out evil.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yes, that works. And then, do we hold this up is my question. Or do we play... Yeah. Night. As it becomes night, transform permanents enter the battlefield nightbound. If a player casts at least 2 spells, it becomes day. Mystic Confluence. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Sacrifice a creature. When you do...
Knock the evil
Okay.
right out of them.
Okay. Island can't take 2 because they would die. Return, return, draw. Return, return, draw. You got something? I respect our opponent trying to kind of like play this out, but I don't really know what they've got going on over there, and at this point, I think they should read the writing on the wall. I don't know what they've got in their hand, though. They have used their time walk. They're Mystic Confluencing me back. Okay. Put target non-legendary creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield. So I'm going to start by playing a land. When I play a land, this is going to happen. I am going to persist to bring Mirror Battlesphere back. Draw a card. I'm going to create a bunch of Mirror tokens. Then I'm going to create a Karn, Scion of Urza, which is going to draw me a card. And then I am going to, boom, create a token, and I'm not going to attack with that. And then I'm going to discard an island. And I realized I could have played Pyrite Spellbomb and just hit him in the face. Oh my goodness. Guys, okay, so this is a point of the night where I let y'all know that sometimes you do things that are a little bit weird, and it's an accident. Good game. I appreciate you reading the writing on the wall. I was not going to go through my whole deck and, you know, like lose in some way like that. Wasn't about to happen. Looks like we're 2-0. We're actually 2-1. I don't want to get it twisted here. Now, let's see what we've got going on here. Opponent goes first. We're going to keep this because if we draw anything that lets us tinker, we're going to be in a great spot. If we don't, we're not in a great spot. Oh, on my upkeep? Nice. I'm not going to do it in response, don't worry. Que sacante. Although you're going to want to play those cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you got? You got 9 in hand. Play a land down to 8. Play a 2-drop talisman down to 7. You're in a good spot. It's fine. It's a sick-ass Misty Rainforest. What? Sorry, I shouldn't swear. We're getting demonetized, friends. End turn. It looks like they're going to have to think about every single step of the way. So, we'll see what happens with that. I believe in you and your ability to play your cards. The Triomes are a really sick land type, I will say. I do like the Triomes. Yeah, we're just discarding everything, friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, return it to my hand. You know I've got it. Nice. Does that mean they're going to go all in? There's an Urza. When Urza enters, create a 0. Tap an untapped artifact you control, add blue. It's going to enter as a copy of Urza. You got a counterspell for it? Player force. You got 2 untapped artifacts. You gonna counter it, bruh? I'm not playing counters, dot deck. Wheel of Fortune in it. You had no more lies in hand. Okay. Endstone, Portable Hole, Reprieve, Subtlety, Flash Flying. When this creature choose up to 1 target creature or spell, or a Planeswalker spell, its owner puts it on their choice to top or bottom. Interesting. So they had things. One, two, three, four, five. Return target non-legendary creature. Talisman of Creativity, sure. Ooh, a comet. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. So I am going to cast this. Autopay. And we're gonna bring back a Tommy. We're going to discard a card. And then that's gonna come into play. Sacrifice this artifact. Return target creature to its owner's hand. We might return that. Next, no attacks, end turn. Return target non-legendary. That's Kappa Cannoneer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got a bunch of mana. Got a bunch of cards. A bunch of counter spells. Thundertap Trainer with Offspring. Look at the top 4 cards. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them. A Jace the Mind Sculptor? Holy. And a Tinker. Uh-oh. One, two, three, four. They do have 4 mana to play Jace. I get to sacrifice all of those. 1, 2, 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. So 3 creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard. So yeah, we're playing this, we're playing this. I'm gonna put a charge counter. Do it up. We're going back and forth. They're doing a top. God. Ugh. Don't hit me too hard. A Grim Monolith from me. And then they didn't cast theirs, so counterspell probably. When this creature enters, choose up to 1 target creature spell or planeswalker spell. The thing is, they just sacrificed a bunch of tokens, so it didn't really give me anything to, like, play with here. And I don't think I have anything that saves me from this position. Oh, they're fate sealing me too. Leave it on top. 1 bottom. It makes me wonder what it was. I'm not 100% sure, but it was probably something that would have definitely changed up the trajectory of the game. You have to assume. Kappa Cannoneer is not going to do anything for us, so let's take Subtlety. It doesn't really do anything for us. This doesn't do anything for us. We're going to put this. We're going to play. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. I don't think there's anything that does anything for us here. Yeah. Nope. Good game. They had a solid deck. A lot of steel cards. Pretty much they're just playing a blue control deck with every counterspell that they could draft. I mean, it's a fun archetype for the people that generally want to play it. Ooh, that loss actually registered though, so we're sitting at a 2-1. I just would much rather be the one playing proactive threats and like going at the game, you know? The reactivity is nice. Being able to have every single answer and then play for card advantage is always very smart. But I guess I've always attributed myself much more to a mid range strategy where you're actively fighting for the board and card advantage. And I think that's kind of why I've enjoyed playing like Jund and Abzan, like the green based uh, grindy decks. The value's just really nice. Samurai Matt, the veteran brawler, though. Let's see if we can take him out. And with this starter, I mean, if we can surveil something really good into the graveyard on turn 1, we'll be in a great spot. I don't know if Scalding Tarn actually fetches us black. I am going to play this. That's going to go into the graveyard. It's not what I wanted, but it's going to go into the graveyard. I'm going to hope that they play something like a Courser here. Not a Grist. Grist is not good for us. Yeah, we're going to hit the Ignoble. We're going to play a Scalding Tarn. We're going to sack that. Winter's Tap does not grab us black. Worth noting. So we're going to hope that Grist mills something that we can animate dead. Instead, it's 2 lands in a row. Your opponent loses life equal number of creature cards in your graveyard. We got to be able to do something against that. We got 3 in the graveyard. Multiversal will give us black. I am going to hit him with a pay 2. Yeah, persist and ice till. Whew. Hopefully I can animate dead his ice till. 2 good cards for us to hit. I almost wish that I would have waited though. Almost. Ah, they are animating dead there. Ice till. And that's sad for me. We are going to... We're not going to animate that as ignoble. We are going to 100% dig through time. End of turn. They've got a lot going on, and that puts us in like a real rough spot. I really needed them to not have the animate dead on the ice till there. As is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez. They have a pretty sick deck here. I'm honestly, like, very jealous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah. No. Delve, view the battlefield. We want... Honestly, I don't know if any of this helps us here. I think Grim Monolith into Tinker is probably our only bet. This Grist is going to kill us. The Grim Monolith being a net 0 on mana, though. Yeah, so let's play this. And then let's play the Tinker. Let's cancel that tap for the Tinker. That was insane. Now my question is... I'm like 99% sure that we have to batter skull here. But I don't think the batter skull wins us the game. Draw a card.
So wasteful.
So we're at 10. We can block his 4/4. They can get in for 5. They've got removal. Oh. Grist is gonna hit us. Oh. What was that? That's a sick. All lands you control become 1 creatures. They're still lands. That's sick. Nice. Was that exactly lethal too? That was pretty cool. I will say I got a really slow start. Probably shouldn't have kept that hand, honestly. We're being pretty risky with what we're keeping sometimes. And I do think I want to cut one of these lands for a Fallen Shinobi. Something a little bit more aggressive. And let's run it back. At least the queue's popping very quickly. There has been some draft issues. So when you were like actually loading up for the initial draft, the queue was getting close to popping and then not popping, which was crazy and kind of sucked. But we're gonna keep this purely because it's a turn 2 Tezzy. And honestly, the Tezzy can go fetch us Black Lotus, which is kind of why I'm here for it. But we'll see. We'll see what the opponent's doing. Hopefully they go down to 6. They've got pretty sweet sleeves. Just taking them a second to make that decision. You know how it is sometimes. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to keep it. Ooh, we do get a swamp, which is nice to see. Talisman. Memory lapse. Okay. Caracas. So we're gonna play this. We're gonna tap this to add 3. We're gonna play this. We're then going to 0 to untap target artifact. We're gonna use that to play the Preacher of the Schism. We're gonna next and unturn. Look at that! That one felt pretty good, didn't it? Now I got a Preacher of the Schism out. What you gonna do about it? And honestly, Preacher of the Schism is a pretty powerful card. This art, kind of balls. Not very nice looking. Not nearly as nice as Tezzeret, I will say. You go ahead and pop your Chromatic Star for a Consider. The memory lapse delaying me a turn was very good if this is what your follow-up is. Also, I want you to know that cut down, the 1 mana destroy up to 5, doesn't kill Preacher of the Schism. And that's one of the reasons that I took Flame Lash instead. I think Flame Lash is probably just the better removal spell. There aren't many 0/5s that you need to deal with. Bitter Triumph is sad.
Want your back.
The fact that I didn't draw land, I wasn't able to fall in Shinobi that turn is extremely upsetting to me. I'm going to end my turn, and I'm going to be able to untap that 3/3 Entomb. Uh-oh. For an Archon of Cruelty. When this creature enters or attacks, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, and loses 3 life. Remove a charge counter. Draw a card. They got a revival spell for it. If not, I hope I get to animate that it, because that would be sick. I get the feeling I'm not going to be able to do that, though. Yeah. So we're going to untap that. And then I'm going to play the Animate Dead on Atali next turn. To bring Atali back. And let's exile some cards. Grizzlebrand, nice. Consider. Sure, I'll leave that on top. Here's a Black Lotus. One, two, three, four, five, six. The thing is, we don't draw from that, right? There's no way. The Unburial Rites just sitting in hand is kind of scary. Because they're going to take the Mystic Confluence most likely. Well, let's let them do it. If they don't take the Mystic Confluence, we might be in a great spot. No, Mystic Confluence. Okay, cool. So then we're going to 100% dig through time. I'm gonna get in for 6. Yeah, there's not much I can do there. Discard Kappa Cannoneer. Oh, Kappa Cannoneer. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, that's such a strong effect. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. They've got a really, really sick little brew going on over here. But they've got a lot more focused game plan on their revival. Raise your hand, you choose an instant or sorcery card from that player discard. Loses 2 life. Yep, you got me. Or well, hey. Let's cast it. Let's dig through time. Endstone. Batter Skull, sure. Concede. You got me. They had a much cooler deck. The Arcana Cruelty was pretty sweet. Seeing some of the cards that are going to be in the cube, I'm kind of here for it. It should be a good one. I'm really excited to dive in for quite a few more games. We're going to be playing quite a bit of this Powered Cube over the next, week? Ooh. We got some interesting packs here. Let's go ahead and open those. Amonkhet Remastered. I haven't opened any of these, obviously. You'll see a lot of this very first stuff. Good time to build up my my collection, I suppose. Tolsmere, Friend of Wolves. Kind of here for that. But hey, friends, thanks for joining me on this first Powered Cube draft. I'll be excited to dive into a couple more of those. We'll see once I get the servers kind of figured out and more of the game plan for, queues and all those types of issues. But remember, if you want to, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you're enjoying this new cube. And I'll look forward to another one tomorrow. See you guys then.